Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Cop Council. How are we all? Hopefully, all of you are on a fantastic Tuesday, whatever you are around the world. Hopefully, everyone is well. Hopefully, everyone is good. Welcome back, of course, to the post-match reaction. Liverpool have just beaten Girona by 1-0, thanks to Mo Salah's penalty. In again, what was a very meh game. It was a very stalemate game. It was pretty much a chess game. I think for a lot of the 90 minutes. I don't think either team really beat the other. I think Liverpool, of course, I think dominated the ball. I think Girona were very happy in terms of allowing Liverpool the ball and the freedom with the ball, but we just didn't really create anything with it. Of course, obviously the penalty, it took forever to finally give the penalty, but of course I think everybody could say and see that, look, it was a penalty to obviously to Luis Diaz, and Mo Salah comfortably slotted it away, and of course that puts Liverpool now 6 wins out of 6 in the Champions League, and pretty much puts us in now to automatic qualification for the Champions League. Again, look, I think that's something that from the start of the season, I think everybody was looking at that, and if you went unbeaten for it, again, you're pretty much guaranteed top spot. Of course, looking at it as of things right now, of course, Liverpool are 8 points clear at the present moment in time in the Champions League. Of course, obviously games are now just about kicking off as well, so obviously that's a bonus of things. But of course, obviously, once Liverpool, again, we've got our game done, we've got that sorted, that's the main priority. And that is the main priority, the fact that Liverpool have got the games done and got the win. And now we're coming out of Spain, obviously on the weekend. Now we got Fulham. That will be a huge game for the league, of course, as well. But again, Liverpool coming off a little bit of a rest didn't look too bad at times. Of course, I know some people will question Darwin a little bit as well for his performance. I think he did have a really bad performance at times tonight. But look, I think overall, what we take those. I think we take those types of performances and the win as well. Anyway, but let me know all your guys' thoughts in the comments down below as well. If there's anybody in, again, it says on my show that there's nobody in, but again, if anybody does watch, then of course do let us know your guys' thoughts in the comments. Of course, Mo Salah, like I said, him getting us out of this predicament in terms of, again, Liverpool being 0-0 and then scoring and slotting away the penalty. I thought, look, when he's up there, it's 50-50. He either looks cool, calm, and composed, or we've seen already this season when he does miss opportunities for Liverpool. But I felt like, again, there was no way he was going to miss that. And now, looking at it, Mo Salah is clear now in terms of goals and assists now from any other player in Europe, with that goal tonight as well. And look, the way he's performing this season, if Liverpool do go on to win a Premier League or a Champions League, I think Mo Salah will definitely be up there for the Ballon d'Or chase this season. I think for many people, he will be up there as well for the Ballon d'Or race as well. For me, he'll 100% be up there for the Ballon d'Or race for next season. This season, I should say anyway. But big up John as well, saying hi Connor. So how many chances for Nunes? It's not happening for him. No, I said at the beginning of the show, again, Liverpool overall wasn't great tonight, and I think everybody can realize that. But again, it's going away to a very tough European team in terms of Girona. I know Girona, in terms of this league table, aren't anywhere near it, and I don't think they're anywhere near the team they was last season. But they were very good tonight. I did think they kept Liverpool honest in many situations, and I also think as well on the ball, I thought they were very, very good. And again, they are, I think tonight we've seen why they was one of the most attractive teams in Europe last season. Of course, they've had their team ripped up from last season, of course, so you can kind of see why anyway. But I think overall, of course, Liverpool, I think, again, we didn't create anything, in open play, but I think Liverpool could have got the win no matter what. But look, we don't really exhaust ourselves now in that area in terms of, again, trying to get a late winner, of course, with the penalty. Again, Girona kind of not gave up, but of course I think they had one tactic which was counter attack, which worked plenty of times, throughout the game. But I think as the game went on, I think again they went tired, and of course their substitutes didn't really add too much to the attack phase anyway. And then when I say in terms of, again, they did cause us problems, and they did cause us problems. I've got Bayer, typical Arsene Becker, him returning tonight, the first time he's played for Liverpool in 2 months, which is amazing. The fact that, again, Alisson is now back, which is huge, but also the fact that he made 3 or 4 really, really good saves to stop Girona from, again, getting into that lead. And I think for me, I think tonight, again, was a prime example of why Alisson, I think in a lot of people's minds, is the best goalkeeper in the world. Look, he made very good, shots look like pretty easy saves. There was that one that was not quite top corner, but he was going into the top corner, and he just, saves it, and he tries to, keep hold of it, but sadly can't do it. But for me, he's also, again, tonight's another reason why again, he makes everything seem so simple. And that's what the best goalkeepers do in Europe. 100% they do. Like, they make everything look so easy. And I think Alisson is in that same bracket. Everything he does is brilliant. And look, it was a typical Alisson Becker performance as well. Anyway, but big up Heroes. How are we doing, peeps? Early night. We are early. Normally we do, of course, live at like 9 or whatever. But I just thought bugger about to go live straight after the game. Get your guys' thoughts on. Of course, it won't be a long one from me. It'll be about 10-15 minutes post match anyway, and of course we'll talk about it more tomorrow anyway. And of course, but I think overall it's a really good win for Liverpool, because again, even if we had drawn tonight, that would have been completely fine. Like, it wouldn't have been horrible for Liverpool by any means, but it's the fact that we are 6 wins out of 6, and pretty much through to the knockout stage of the Champions League. I will try and see if I can get the Champions League table up now so you guys can see as well. But at the moment, Liverpool are 99.9% into the last. Into the last 8, we're definitely qualified for top 8. Let's just say that. Anyway, so if you guys can you guys see that? If I quickly share that and then share that, there we go. Sometimes I do forget how you do this, so it's gonna go weird on screen right in a minute. There we go. So there you go. So you guys can see that anyway. So, of course, yeah, Liverpool top at the present moment in time. Of course, in the Champions League, Inter currently drawing, Villa winning, Sporting winning, and of course the rest are drawing at the minute, and Bayern Munich are losing 1-0 as well. But again, Liverpool 18 points. Nearest, well, you look at 8th, 11th, 11 points at the minute, gets you automatic qualifications in the Champions League. So again, 7 points clear of that with 2 games to go would automatically put Liverpool into the last 8 of the Champions League anyway, or of course go through as the automatic qualification anyway. That's again the big one for Liverpool, is the fact that again it's automatic qualification. That's the huge important one as well, because again you get seeded as you're a seeded team. You're then going to, of course, play your knockout stage, the second leg at home. That's guaranteed. It's not like if it's a draw of the mix. Of course Liverpool could still get Real Madrid by finishing top of the Champions League. That's how the new format works. But of course, obviously from 9th to, I think, 20 something, again they play an extra qualifying round. So again, Liverpool will get the best out of the best in that region anyway. But so far this season, of course, look, Liverpool can literally beat everybody in this Champions League format. Anyway, and long may that continue. But got to admit it, this Champions League system is better in my opinion. I would agree. I would 100% agree. I think overall, I think at the start of it, I thought, I'm not really for it, but now I am for it. I think this Champions League format, I think, is really good. Of course, Liverpool top of the league, and that's great. But of course, it does mean now that every game pretty much matters. It's not like if, obviously, for Liverpool now, we can rotate over the next two games with Lille and, of course, PSV in January. But the fact that if Liverpool were again around sixth, seventh, eighth, like we would have to play our best team and have to go all out for it. It's not like again teams that the top two teams will qualify, and and then maybe the third place team might cause an upset in that aspect of things as well, maybe. But as of right now, of course, it's great the fact that the Champions League system is like this anyway. But overall, I really like it. I do really like it as well. But it does help when you boss it as well. Yeah, 100% it does. Look, it could be worse, couldn't it? You could be Manchester City right now, or even an Arsenal, that are fighting at the brinks of it. Anyway, but look, going back onto the game, like I already said, typical Alisson Becker. This man for me as well, Ryan Gravenberch. It was between Alisson and Ryan Gravenberch for me for my man of the match. I know that I think UEFA gave it to Andy Robbo, which again, is a great shout. But I think for me, it's got to be Alisson because again he keeps us in the game in that first half especially. But this man's a very close second. Ryan Gravenberch again, just solid, just 100%. Like his stature in the midfield is underrated, and I feel like everything that he touches going forward is just brilliant. And I believe that it's just again the rest is a huge thing. Of course, we took off Curtis Jones. I think we took off. I know we took Harvey Elliott on for Curtis Jones. I think we took off obviously Darwin as well. But I would have liked to have seen Ryan Gravenberch get a rest. But of course, obviously we didn't, unfortunately, get that gap in terms of a 2-goal lead or whatever. But for me, he was outstanding tonight again. He just keeps on adding and adding and adding. And I think overall, Ryan Gravenberch, I think, is up there for one of the best players of the season so far, not only in the Premier League, not only Liverpool, I think in the entirety of Europe. I think his name should be up there no matter what. And I think, look, I've already said it, for me, I think Liverpool should definitely go out and get Martin Zubimendi in January because, again, that would allow or somebody like a Martin Zubimendi to come in and not replace Ryan Gravenberch. It's to come in and help him in that sixth position because we know Arne Slot doesn't favour Wataru Endo or Tyler Morton. Like we know this for a fact. Like he wanted to add Martin Zubimendi to that position. I think if you can have a two of Gravenberch and Martin Zubimendi in that six to get you through the season, I think that would be a huge, huge bonus for Liverpool. I really do. But I think him this season, if it wasn't for Mo Salah, he'd be Liverpool's player of the season so far. But you have to include Mo as Liverpool's best player this season, especially, with the way we are playing and the way that, again, he is performing and the way that Salah's performing. It's such a high elite level. Like, again, in Europe, they are among the best players in Europe. And again, it goes to show what a job Arne Slot has done with this team because so far, again, every player, I think you could say, obviously some would say probably not Darwin Núñez because Darwin Núñez at the minute is currently dropping down in many fans' opinion, which is sad to see. But again, even tonight, he is just lacking confidence, and that is a shameful thing to see. But I think overall, all the players that Arne Slot has been around so far has improved, I think, in many ways as well. But do you think we could upgrade on Núñez, just Jota? Would this be something that could be done in this transfer window? No, not this season. I wouldn't be surprised if Liverpool went in and got Joao Pedro from Brighton, just as a name out there. I think Liverpool will look to upgrade at the striker position in the summer. Whether that means one of them two does leave the football club, I think they'll have to. Out of the two, as of right now, I would say Nunes is most likely to leave than anyone. But of course, look, that could completely change by the end of the season. But as of things right now, Darwin Nunes needs to wake up, because tonight again, Liverpool had a break from Newcastle. They had a rest tonight. Nunes had 2 chances to score again tonight, or at least to again have a good chance at it. That first one that he had again was awful, and it was awful. You have to be honest in these situations. But that second one, I'm not too fussed about because he does everything right. Again, he creates his own space. Again, the finish, again, it's a good save from the goalkeeper. That one I'm completely fine with because, again, everything that Darwin Nunes did was right. He made the running behind. He collected himself and then took the shot. All right, it's a good save. But the first one, where the ball's looping up, I think from a Salah cross, and he literally either has to header it towards the goal or just collect it himself and shoot. He doesn't do that. He flaps at it pretty much, and that is something you can't be doing, especially when Liverpool further on in the season are going to go for a title. Darwin Nunes, he's been in this situation with Benfica, where they've gone for a league title, and of course, he was tremendous in that season when I think they did go on to win the league. But he needs to be doing a lot better, while Diogo Jota's out. I think once Jota's back, I think Jota will be in the team. Similar how we've seen with Alisson tonight. I think on the weekend with Fulham, I wouldn't be too surprised if Fulham, the Fulham game, we didn't see Jota start if he was 100%. I don't think that will happen, though. I think the front three will be Gakpo, Diaz, and Salah. But I think as of right now, Darwin Nunes does need to wake up, in my opinion, anyway. But going back onto tonight, anyway, again, 6 wins out of 6 in the Champions League. That's what is the main important thing, as well. I do also think that, again, having Ali back is huge. The fact that Alisson, the fact he's not been back in 2 months is huge, but now he is back. Hopefully he stays fit and healthy, of course. Touch wood, of course. But look, overall, we got the win. Liverpool now are pretty much qualified in the top 8 for the Champions League table, and of course now all focus will be on Saturday, of course, at 3:00 against Fulham. Anyway, so again, let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments. Anyway, if you're watching on the repeat as well, because I am going to leave it there for tonight. Anyway, because my throat's going to go now in a minute. Anyway, but yeah, look, let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments. Of course, Liverpool beating Genoa. It's not Genoa, Girona. Girona by 1-0. Of course, Mo Salah getting the goal, the penalty anyway. Of course, for Liverpool to get all 3 points. Look, there's no stopping him at the minute, and long may that continue, because look, Mo Salah for me is currently on the Ballon d'Or chase, and hopefully we can go on to do something special this season, because if Liverpool do finish top of the Champions League, I don't think anybody would have thought of that at the start of the season, and I think that would be a good sign for the rest of the year as well, rest of the season, I should say, anyway, to be fair. But again, if you are new around here, of course, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, if I can say that properly. Of course, please hit those buttons. Of course, we're trying to get to 2K before the end of the season, so we can do that. That'd be very much appreciated, as always. Anyway, so again, let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments down below. Let me know your man of the matches as well down below. For me, I'm going to go Alisson Becker, with Ryan Gravenberch as a close second as well. But that, for me, they are both my man of the match. I'll give that to them anyway. But until next time, guys, that's going to be it from us. Again, be live tomorrow, so make sure you hit the notification bell as well. But yeah, until next time, that's going to be it from us. I've been calling out from the Cop Council. See you guys tomorrow. Ta-ra.